On Saturday, Donald Trump threatened to send his newly renamed Department of War against the American people on American soil. And of course, he did it in the most embarrassing and humiliating way possible by sharing a meme. That's how we operate as a country now. We send out memes because we're this horrible mix between this authoritarian dystopian future and idiocracy. Just the worst of everything coming together. And that's what we have running the federal government right now. But Trump shared an image on Truth Social that was a doctored image of the cover of the film Apocalypse Now, which was, of course, cleverly renamed Chipocalypse Now. That doesn't really make much sense, but okay. But Trump shared it, and it had his face superimposed, of course, on the cover, and it had the caption, "I love the smell of deportations in the morning." Of course, a bastardization of the actual quote from the film, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning," which of course is not something that anyone should want to emulate. Okay? Like, they missed the point of the movie. And then on the bottom of the image, it said, "Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War." Trump added that Chicago is the worst and most dangerous city in the world by far, and a federal takeover could solve the crime problem fast. But see, therein lies the problem. First of all, no, it's not. It's not even the worst crime city in the United States. The 4 cities above Chicago on the list also happen to be in red states. They are Jackson, Mississippi, Birmingham, Alabama, St. Louis, Missouri, and Memphis, Tennessee. All 4 in deep, deep red states. And all of them have crime rates higher than Chicago. So right there, we know this is not about crime. But Donald Trump's own image, because Donald Trump is in fact the dumbest person to ever serve in the White House. He is not a smart man. But Donald Trump's own meme already gave away why he's doing this. The first line. "I love the smell of deportations in the morning." And then, of course, Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. It's not about crime. It's about the deportations. It's about Donald Trump being mad that these local leaders in blue cities or blue states are not allowing their local law enforcement to help ICE, which shouldn't be necessary because ICE just got another $70 billion. You're overrun with applications for jobs. You shouldn't need local cities to devote their resources, which are very finite, especially compared to the federal government, to help your little Gestapo go get the immigrants. They cannot stop ICE from entering their cities. They cannot stop ICE from conducting raids. The only thing they can do is say you can or cannot have the local police help you. That's what this is about. Chicago is one of those cities that Republicans will call it a sanctuary city. But as I've explained 1,000 effing times, all that means is that the local resources are not diverted to help the federal agents. The federal agents are still free under the law to do whatever they want to, go arrest migrants. So they're not stopping any of it. They're just not helping it. And that's the difference. And that's what's pissing Trump off. And that's why he's threatening to send the United States military to invade another U.S. city, which is an act that he knows, because he was told last week, is a violation of the Posse Comitatus Act. Federal judge said, "You're breaking the law." And Trump says, "Well, then hold my, bronzer. I'm going to do it even more." This is a corrupt and lawless administration that unfortunately also happens to be filled with the dumbest human beings we've ever seen in our lives. I mean, you look across the board in this federal government, you can't point to a single smart person. You can't point to a qualified person. They're either stupid, evil, or a horrid combination of the two. Donald Trump is both. Stephen Miller is evil. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is very, very stupid. Tulsi Gabbard is very dumb. Marco Rubio is very dumb. Pete Hegseth, dumb and evil. But They're not smart enough to not realize that they have now given up the game. This has nothing to do with crime and everything to do with the fact that Stephen Miller doesn't want to see anybody in this country that doesn't have pasty-ass white skin like he does. That's what's driving this, and what's also driving Trump to, as the judge said last week, repeatedly violate federal law. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.